Hey everyone, what's going on? And welcome back to the channel. Happy 4th of July, and what better film to talk about on the 4th of July than the 1975 Steven Spielberg classic, Jaws. Roy Scheider, Richard Dreyfuss, as well as Robert Shaw. This is the 45th anniversary 4K Ultra HD set that was put out a few years ago. Great lenticular shot here. Bruce the Shark here on the front. There he is, the back. And one really phenomenal touch that I really liked with this set that Universal put out, I said, besides the actual 4K disc itself, which looks and sounds phenomenal, is this booklet that came with it. You have some images on the inside. There's good old Bruce right there, and some, like I said, some pictures, some making of the film details. Great set that was put out by Universal a few years back. Like I said, now as far as shark films go, this is still the pinnacle. I mean, like 1975, when this set came out, this is 45 years, 45th anniversary, and to think that this is still, after all, and I love me a good shark film, but after so many shark films that have come out, this is still the be-all, end-all for shark films. There is nothing better than Jaws. Steven Spielberg just did a great job with the direction of this film. Add in the fact you have John Williams' theme song. When you hear that theme, I don't think there's anybody that can go to the beach, even to today, and not just once in a while when you're on that beach, you're looking out into the ocean, just maybe get a little bit of that theme song just popping up in your head, especially when you're going into the ocean. And even for me, even to today, I don't go so far into the ocean. I want to be able to see what's going on underneath the water when I'm in there. So I don't go too far out, because you never know what lurks beneath the ocean surface. Could be Bruce the Shark. Now, speaking of Bruce the Shark, yes, 1975, the mechanical shark. And when you watch it today, you still see those mechanical aspects of the film, and it still, it still holds up in certain areas. But like I said, it's just suspend your belief for a while when you're watching this film, because it's such an iconic design for Bruce. Yes, he's just, a great white shark, but it's so iconic that, like we said, like I love Jurassic Park, and we have so many dinosaurs. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint one, here or there that's just so iconic for that franchise. And, like I said, I love zombie films, but it's kind of hard to pinpoint just one zombie all the time in so many films that have been, put out. But with this particular franchise, the shark, Bruce, is just so iconic. That character, and it has a life of its own as a character itself. It's just so iconic to this franchise. Like I said, Jaws is a classic. Jaws 2, though not a bad follow-up sequel to this film, still doesn't hit that level of the original. And then we get the Jaws 3D. We get a little bit over the top with the 3D parts of the film. But still, I mean, if you just have fun with it. Don't try to compare it to the original. And then Jaws the Revenge, Jaws 4, The Revenge. Yeah, we're trying to kind of try to stay away from that one as much as possible, because that one just really, no pun intended, kind of jumps the shark with its ideas with that film. Not the biggest fan of that one. But there's just something that's so charming about the 75 version, about the classic, about the original. The acting it still holds up. Roy Scheider as Chief Brody just does a great job trying to convey his concerns, especially, to the mayor of the town. Especially because, of course it takes place, 4th of July weekend. That's their big time. That's so many, visitors, to the beach. And, Brody wants to shut it down. The mayor's like, no, we can't. It's going to destroy, the tourism for the area. This is what the town survives on. And he is just so adamant that this has to that they need to shut this beach down. People have already died in the film from this shark attack from Bruce. And just that back and forth between him and the mayor, because the mayor is just he's all worried about the dollars, about making money and keeping the town alive, and Brody just wants to have keep safety. Flash forward, this is like a 2-hour film, but it doesn't drag. And that's a really great thing. There's just so many different elements to the film, but it doesn't drag, even though it's a 2-hour film. Especially when they get, I mean, you got to think about it. For at least probably the last good hour of the film, it's just Richard Dreyfuss, Roy Scheider, and Robert Shaw out on the boat, out on the Orca. that's just, especially with Robert Shaw, delivering his, iconic story about what happened years ago. His, basically first encounter like with like a group of sharks. It's just, it's so chilling when you hear his story, his delivery. Like I said, when you get those three together on that boat, the acting is just, it's here. Maybe earlier in the film it's about here. It just goes to a whole nother level once those three are on that boat, and just the dialogue between those three men trying to capture this killer shark, this great white known as Bruce. And there's not a whole lot more that can be said about the film that hasn't been said over the years. I mean, about 45 years ago this film came out, more now, but just the fact that we were getting Jaws 2 on 4K, pretty soon, coming out pretty soon. That was another reason why I wanted to dive in and really talk about this film, because that one's going to be coming out 4K. I think I'm going to probably have to upgrade my Blu-ray to 4K with that one. But it holds up, and you see when you first see the shark come out of the water. And I mean, again, if you haven't seen this film before, here's a spoiler: Quint doesn't make it. Robert Shaw's character of Quint does not make it, and just the agony when he is sliding down the boat as the boat is sinking, and he's going into the mouth of Bruce the shark, It's just hearing him like just scream and the blood starting coming out of his mouth. It's just a crazy image in the film, and it's still the way how Steven Spielberg, his direction with this film and the shots that he was able to grab works so well. And I enjoy it, and I appreciate this film for what it is, because it is the pinnacle of shark films. I don't think there's any doubt in anybody's mind that when you talk about the best shark films of all time, this is the one that is at the top of, I would say, 99% of everybody's list. It is Jaws, because it is a film that back when this came out back in the day, it made people not want to go to the beach. It really did scare the ever-living crap out of so many people that they did not want to go to the beach. And I think it still resonates today. I think there's still a lot of people who have that fear when you go to the beach. I mean, I was just like I said, down Atlantic City not that long ago, about a week ago, and just looking out into that ocean, and you don't know what's there. There's just so many things that could be lurking under there. And I think it's the fear of the unknown. And this film just captures that. The opening shots, we have our two characters at the beginning of the film. The actress's name, I believe her name in the film was Chrissy, and just her, it's like basically just about dawn, everything, the sun's just about gone down, and there's this party going on at the beach, and she decides to go skinny dipping into the ocean, and you just see a shot of her from the bottom, and here comes the shark, and you don't really see anything yet. You just see her image of her like on the top of the water, and then she's just being dragged down, and then she's just being moved around back and forth, because the shark has her from the bottom half, just whipping her around in the ocean until she finally just disappears, and the water goes completely calm, but red rises to the top from the blood from her. So it's just a great opening shot to this film, especially when you hear the music for the first time, that iconic John Williams theme. It still gives you chills, and it's just a fantastic film overall. There's not a lot more can be said about it. It holds up today, and it's just fantastic. If you haven't seen it, I might spoil a few things for you. I apologize. Hopefully you've seen this one before you did check out, me talking about it. But it's one that definitely, especially if you can get this set still, definitely get this set, because with the book and with the 4K, which looks fantastic, it's definitely the way to go with this iconic and classic film. Definitely worth having, especially if you're a Spielberg fan. You don't have this, go get it. Why don't you have it already? If you're a Spielberg fan, you gotta have Jaws. So, like, subscribe, and comment for the chance, and I will catch you in another episode. Take care.